or affected by the film. There can be a film has different plots, and there are some plots of humor, there are plots of comedy, there are plots of tragedy, sorrow, some disco, action. These are all different plots within the film. Audience is free and safe at all times. It is when the real audience, when the real spectator is sleeping, that ego takes over, and ego projects the life of the personality of the real angel onto the film. Ego within us projects his life in the film. And in doing so, there is an emotional disconnect from the self, from the real family, and also from the film itself, because we cannot enjoy the film. There is no excitement about the film. There's no appreciation about the film, because film becomes real. What is the most dangerous thing that can happen for this invisible angel while watching the film? What is the most dangerous? Invisible angels, they are watching a film. And what is one dangerous aspect?
People have commented, film can finish identifying with a character, to think that they are acting in the film, feeling film as real and get involved tightly, to feel this is my film, projects in the film, can identify with role and feel entangled. When the angel begins to redirect the film to forget that they are audience.
Yeah, this is all good. So the angel has to be attentive and scene by scene understand and view the scenes as scenes. And when do you start this practice? You don't start this practice when film has some tragedy going on. You start the practice when everything seems ordinary. These are the moments, like right now, one is aware. You know, and like Ananya is a character role, part, speaking some dialogues. Those dialogues may have words like Baba, Gyan, knowledge, but that doesn't mean the soul is conscious. Yeah, so soul is conscious when soul is seeing the current scene as a scene. There are some characters. One role is speaking. She is given the role to speak. Few are given the role to speak at some other time, after 5 minutes. So, invisible soul is right now watching the film. And this attention that it's a scene, there is no projections. That keeps the angel conscious, keeps him on his toes, keeps it alive. And when he is alive, he will have this attitude that film is not my film. Film is unpredictable. You cannot predict the next scene in a film. Maybe 5 times out of 4 times you predict that this will happen, and it does happen. But that is not because you are controlling the film. It is because that was meant to happen in the film. So angel is not controlling the film, and it can never control the film. Audience is watching. And everyone from the soul world, each one, they are audience. Maybe in knowledge, not in knowledge, they are audience. And rule for the audience is that they are safe. They don't get harmed. So our people, our family, God's family is safe. They are lovely people, people of God. They are like tiny stars, and they are very lucky. They have the best home, best family, and they also get to watch a very interesting film. Very, very interesting, very entertaining film for free. They don't have to pay anything. They get this entertainment as an extra thing, absolutely free. No one is harmed even for 1 second. Film starts and film finishes. It is never a problem for the audience, because they know film starts and film ends, just like any movie. Very, very lucky. Very lucky to have the wonder of the home. Most beautiful region that one can ever imagine, that is the home. They are from the home. These stars, they belong to the home. And they have a very magical film that is being revealed second by second in front of them in the form of some many images together. It appears like a moving film, moving video. And it's magical. We're very, very lucky. Their richness, their beauty is this feeling, this experience of being safe, being beyond harm. This is their beauty. And this brings out the best in them, the highest, the most beautiful personality is born, is coming out of this experience of being safe, beyond harm. Shanti. Thank you. So we'll come back to this question of what is the biggest danger for the angels or the audience. We come back to this question. We had many answers. Yeah. They are correct answers, but the root, worst, when we say the worst, so we have to understand the worst that can happen. And the worst is that they feel that the movie is predictable. When scene by scene, one feels that it is predictable, like the car is driving, someone is driving the car and it reaches its destination, and then they catch a train, then they go on to meet their friends. You see that when the audience feels there is a pattern, you understand, the patterns. This happens, then the next, then the next. That is the worst thing that can happen to this angel, because this movie is never ever predictable. It is never ever predictable. Film is like that. When the audience is not able to predict the scenes, for all 3 hours, they are sitting on their toes. They won't even, um, go away from that screen for even 1 second, because every second they don't know what's going to happen. So you want to watch that, you want to look forward to it. Why you want to look forward? Because you are out of it. And this aspect of being able to predict, that makes the soul, the angel, fall into sleep. Yeah. And he can predict, I am catching a train, I am catching a flight, and then I sit on the plane, then I reach there, this happens, and very easily you feel that you know. Yeah. But you don't know. No, you can never know. Audience is watching a film. If audience knows that right now Ananya is sitting, no, the building can fall down. Yeah, the building can completely yeah, vanish, disappear in 1 second. Soul, because it is present to because having this understanding of unpredictability, it is present, and because it is present, it knows it is outside the movie. If it's not present, then very casually, I can start using the word I for Ananya. I am taking this, I will start the class, I will take this, and I will speak this, some words. And so you sort of, you think it's predictable. And midway, Zoom crashes. Zoom decides to crash. Midway, something else. Drama has another plan. And so then, my this association of I with the role, that will give shocks. That will create this feeling of shock. It will create this feeling of what is this, questions, complaints. But every second has to, in this world, is seen as a film, is seen as a scene. And not falling into sleep, that I plan this and this is what will happen. I think I will speak to this person, they will understand, they will start doing it. Yeah. So ego, when ego is taking over, it creates some patterns and it thinks this is all predictable and I know what is going to happen next. But the soul, when it is awake, audience will not guess what is going to happen. Audience is just in the present and it looks forward to what is going to happen. There is no, Didi will come to my house and she will give drishti. Then all my family members will come into gyan. So that is a pattern. Soul has fallen asleep. If that is what I think is going to happen, I've fallen asleep. Some some Didi has come and one something else can happen. So for the angel, he is just watching the film. Yeah. Is this any thoughts on this?
You can raise your hand if you want to speak. Somebody has written something. If this is a film and CD is repeating, my question is, we have done shooting one time and CD is repeating, or we are shooting every time? Because in film, one time shooting and every time same CD is repeating.
Yeah. Same scene will repeat every time. Yeah. Film is a film, so each time same scenes are repeated. Yeah. Yes, for the angel, every second is can be a time to can be the last second of the film. For the angel who is conscious, every second of the film can be the last second of the film. And it's not can be, it will look at it like that. And there are no problems because film is not my world. And that's why Mama used to say, Har ghadi antim ghadi. Then That is the thing. So is it okay if I don't feel like planning then? Like even for seva? Yeah, our seva is through the mind. Our seva is through attitude. Seva of the angel is by waking up the angel. No, this doesn't mean, if one understands film, it doesn't mean there is no planning. What it means is, because it's a film, if you do guess the next 5 scenes and then they don't happen as per your guess, you are absolutely fine. You're absolutely happy. Your happiness, your joy, your freedom, your peace remains untouched. So planning will be there, ambition will be there, creating a vision, that will all be there. But if it, if it doesn't turn out your way, it takes a completely different angle. Your freedom, your peace, your power is not affected the slightest, not even a drop of that is affected. Is our effort also affected? So, film is in this box. Audience is outside the film. Effort for the audience to be conscious is outside the film. It is not, you know, the you're not saying I am Seema and I am making the effort to be detached. No, soul is detached from the film. Soul is outside the film because this is not its world. Effort is outside. Film is in this box. Film is not here. This is not in the film.
There are two more questions, sister, and someone wants to speak as well.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, Om Shanti Nidhi. Yeah, as you beautifully explained that, the most dangerous thing is when we fall into the trap of predictions and all. And it just reminds me of, in one of the Murli class that you taught. So I just want to revise that point that, in terms of decision making, you taught that Baba said if we become ashariri, nirakari, and detached, so in that way, we automatically choose what we have chosen in the previous cycle. And in that way, we are in very much sync with the drama. So I think that's a very powerful tool that, automatically helps us to enjoy the show and not fall into the trap of these predictions.
Yeah. Yes. So, what were the questions?
So yeah, so it's actually continuation to the earlier question I read. So the person who said, if this is a film and the CD is repeating, so their question is, are we acting every time? Like if it's film is repeating and repeating itself, are we acting every time?
Yes. It's Baba has said that in the Murlis that to the knowledge of the Raj Yoga knowledge or the truth. Knowledge means truth. To understand the truth in theory, there is the lesson of soul, supreme soul, and the drama. And Baba has said that when you understand the drama actually as a film, then knowledge is understood in the best way possible. So Baba starts with drama, actor, so soul is playing part in the drama. But then the final refinement that Baba has done, is that it's a film. Film in the film, uh, Harry is asked to. Uh, Harry is a role, written on the script. Harry is asked to make some 200 gifts, and Peter is asked to, throw those gifts. That is his role. Someone else named Nancy, she's asked to then spread the rumor that he threw the gifts, he never got the gifts. Sometimes some sort of scene, that is the scene. So soul is observer of that film. Different scenes, different roles, they are meant to be played like that. That is part of the film. Soul is watching the film. So when you watch a film, if you watch Amitabh Bachchan playing a role of Oro, in a movie, while you're watching the film, he's not acting anywhere. He's not in a studio live performing that, role. So when you watch a film, actually, there is no acting. It is a recorded video. So Baba says, if one wants to understand knowledge in the best way possible, knowledge is truth, then they use the perspective of film. You can keep yourself at the level of drama, acting, actor, role, drama, all that, stage, and that will always keep one door of ego. I personally feel that not just one door, many doors of for Maya are always open, but using the model of film. When you are watching a film, there is no actor acting the film. Any film, it is recorded. It is, but that's why Baba says it is not being recorded right now. It is already recorded. You are just these scenes are just coming in front of you. It's already recorded. Ego makes us think we are acting. Ego deceives the whole knowledge, and it creates this illusion that I am acting in the film, I am doing this through Ananya and all that. If you look at what Baba says, then things are clear, and Baba gives the final refinement of this knowledge as a film. And there are differences between drama and a film. Drama actors are performing the drama. Film, no one is performing. It's a video.
There's one more question, last question to a continuation to a previous question. So, a person who asked, I don't feel like planning, like even planning for Seva. So, this is a continuation to their question. It feels like a time waste in planning, putting in effort, taking out time. And for what? It's already predestined. So, why should I plan? So, that's the question.
Yeah, with that, we always say that it's already predestined, but do you know what is predestined? So, if you know what is predestined, don't plan. If you don't know, it's not, I will personally not use the word planning for my life. I will not use the word planning, but it's more like maybe setting up an intention, setting up a vision. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't happen, I'm here to watch the film. I'm very happy how the film is unfolding. So definitely, if someone, somebody is sitting and making 100 plans, yeah, you can definitely you always have the option to see where do you want to give your, invest your time. So if that's the vision, if that's the perspective that it's a drama, it's predestined, I don't need to plan, then well and good. It's a very good, it's a good position. Yeah, but necessarily soul is that is next. If as Baba says, it's a film, and don't know the next second, you don't know the um, next scene. We as audience, we can have a chat that we in next few scenes in maybe September, let's let's plan this event, and somehow that happens. So there is no ownership because you knew it was in the film. And probably you also feel that why you had this thought was also because drama, that is part of the drama. So sometimes, if as the soul wakes up, you are in sync with the drama. So you may think the same thing that is going to happen in the drama. You may have the same thought because you're on the track of the film. But underlying, for us to underline that film is always unpredictable. And in the moments when everything is settled, when life, this film appears to be very settled, day by day, you know what's going to happen. I wake up, I log in, I finish my job, and then I log off, have dinner. If you have that sort of settlement in your mind that, yeah, this is a pattern, this happens every day, then that's very dangerous, for anyone personally. It's very dangerous because that is when uh, drama or the universe in that sense knows that the audience has completely fallen asleep. And when the audience has fallen asleep, then it is with a rush that they need to be woken up. Like it becomes an urgency. Yeah. And so drama will become more and more unpredictable. As more of the audience is sleeping, drama becomes, more and more unpredictable. So, happy scenes, you're going for a vacation, very happy, suddenly, it's all gone. The person you went with, they disappear, they're no longer present. So when there is a deeper level of um, sleep, deeper, then happy scenes will suddenly turn dark. This is what we are seeing since the beginning of this year. These few episodes, many episodes, but specifically this year, it has been drama is always unpredictable. Film is always unpredictable, but as more audience is very deeply sleeping, then the effects on the screen, the colors and everything will become vibrant and loud and extremely unpredictable. And it will be like, happy, dark. So so you wake up, audience, to wake the audience up, there is a lot more unpredictability that is needed to wake up the soul. So it has to be when you feel everything is settled down around you, you need to have this aspect of, in your vision, in your attitude, that this can be the last second of the film. This second, right now, this can be the last second of the film. Am I out of it? No, I have to ask am I out of it? And in a 1 second, be out of it. It's very important. Second by second, that awareness. So when some high intense scenes come in front, then you are already out of it. You know, as we know that it's not that we get angry or sad in the high intensity drama, but it's because in the low intensity, you know, when there is very minimal intensity in the drama, if that time I am, you know, ruled by ego, getting angry, sad, then when it's high, you know, high intensity drama, then there is no choice for left for me. So it's how the soul is, audience's attitude, or how awake the soul is in very normal, mundane, ordinary, the scenes you feel are in a constant, they happen like that, you know, many things in your mind. You may say that, you know, I will sleep now, I will wake up tomorrow, that sort of attitude. That's for sure. You will wake up tomorrow, you'll go to work, that sort of attitude. So it doesn't mean you have to think negatively, but you have to be aware that it's a film that you're watching, and it's unpredictable. So it is
We
important.
have two comments. You enter the film when you start to doze. Baba says, make a plan with plain intellect. And one more, soul having all the knowledge given by Baba, but why it's not natural to come out of drama while performing at the stage? That's a question.
Yeah. Yeah, it is because soul is, as we said, soul is detached, soul is out of the drama, soul is loving, soul is free, soul is 100% viceless, 100% egoless, but the soul is sleeping. So now I know the knowledge. Now I know the knowledge, but soul is still sleeping. I have to use that knowledge in my thoughts, in my attitude, in my perspective. Once the soul wakes up, then soul doesn't need to make an effort to come out of the drama, to be detached, to be loving, to be forgiving, to be, giving blessings. Soul makes no effort. But the one who is all of that is sleeping. So knowledge is not that I know the knowledge, I read it, wow, so I know everything. Yeah. I'm speaking, Ananya is speaking the knowledge. Does it make the soul awake? No. Ananya is making the toli. Does it make the soul wake up? No. If I have that clarity, then internally, silently, I'll use that knowledge in my perspective. So I will not stop that. I am not very happy. Wow, Ananya is speaking knowledge every day. She's making bhog, she's doing this, she's waking up. All this doesn't make me, if it makes me feel, wow, I am making the effort, I'm such a good, Purusharthi, that is again asleep, no? So that clarity, the film is going on, the things are happening in the film. Is the angel awake? If the angel is awake, it will see the film as what? What? See the film as angel is awake. What is the attitude towards the film? Zero value. Hmm? Zero value.
People say it's entertainment. We'll see the film only as film. Enjoy it. Yeah.
Before you enjoy, before anything, it has to have zero value. Then you enjoy. It has to have anything that you enjoy. Let's look at this. Anything that you enjoy has zero value, plus zero harm. Even if you get lion's cub, like you get a baby, you get this cub, or a tiger's baby, newborn tiger, newborn lion. It cannot harm you. Yeah, you enjoy it. You will like to play with it. You will like to feed it. You would love to do all of that. Would you like to do that for a lion? Do you want to do it for a crocodile? Which is 50 times bigger than, larger than the role, the part, the body, 50 times greater, larger than the body. Do you want to feed that lion? So to enjoy, zero value, zero harm. And enjoyment happens only when you are awake. Awake means you're enjoying. Yeah, and different words, same meaning. Awake, enjoyment, same. It means you're in your attitude, you for sure know this has zero value, and you for sure know it cannot harm you the slightest. This is what makes you enjoy. This is what makes you awake. This is what tells us, this is what tells me that I am seeing it as a film. If it finishes now, not at all a problem, never a problem. If it finishes 50 years late, never a problem, because it has zero value. So we'll look at this Murli, very short. This was the blessing of 10th. Yeah, blessing of the 10th of June. A very nice blessing, very important. May you have pure and positive thoughts for others and give them regard with the feeling for uplifting each soul. To have elevated feelings for each soul, that is, to have feelings for uplifting each soul and making souls progress. Making souls, progress, means to be one who has pure and positive thoughts for everyone. With your pure attitude and your stage of a well-wisher, transform the defects of others. So you are seeing the soul, you're seeing the angel, you're giving zero value to the role, zero value to the part. That helps, that makes other souls progress. Yeah? If you give value to the part of any soul, yeah, if you give value to any part, you give value to any character, any role, that creates problem for the soul that is witnessing, observing that part. It will create a problem. Someone says, Peter is so nice, Peter makes the best, this. And then someone says, Peter is so bad, Peter is a liar, it's a cheater, whatever. Both aspects, they are like sweet poison for the soul. And so soul goes into a deeper state of sleep. Yeah? And deeper state of sleep means greater bondages with Peter. Ego creates deeper bondages with Peter. Yeah? And because of that, we may be saying good or bad for the role, but it sort of, it's never helps the soul. Yeah? It adds to their existing identities, existing attachments with their. So if, what Baba is doing for each one of us, if I do that, Baba is, in his attitude, in his vision, he's never ever giving value to the role, he has 100% value for that soul, and he has value only for the soul. He appreciates every role. He appreciates every role. Baba says, even if they have 100 defects, 100 problems, then also Baba has appreciation for every role. But um, deep, deep love, deep care, deep well wishes are for the soul, for the soul to wake up. And that is how the defects are transformed. Defects means these attachments. The less the attachments, then role can be, film can be having, any sort of scenes, but the soul is still in a highest experience. So Baba says, consider the weakness or defects of others to be your own. Very, very important. Yeah. It's never the mistake of, like in a family. What happens in a family? If one makes a mistake, it is each one reflects, how did I contribute in. So mother will think, oh, where did I go wrong? Yeah. It's not a blame, but I mean, Lokik is different. But here, if you think of a family, then all the members of the family think, when someone else makes a mistake, they think, where did I go wrong? What happened from my side? Did I, do here something here? So they take it as I have made a mistake, and that is not. You see the difference in um, from ego's perspective. It's like an association. So it's an attachment. So if they did something wrong, if the son did something wrong, mother identity questions, me, and blames. So there is question and there is blame. Both things are there. But when there is no attachment, then you really reflect. And when you reflect, there are no questions on what has happened. There is no blame for whatever has happened. Yeah, so very different from soul's perspective and from ego's perspective, very different. And one main aspect, when the soul is internally reflecting, then Baba says, instead of speaking about them and spreading them around, to accommodate them and transform them. Instead of speaking about it, instead of spreading that around, you accommodate it and you transform. You transform your vision. Yeah? And Baba says, this is to have regard. To make a big thing small, to make disheartened souls powerful, and not be colored by their company, but constantly give them zeal and enthusiasm, is to have regard. So you're not colored by the company, you're not colored by the ego, the ruling their mind. That doesn't start to affect you. And if it doesn't start to affect you, you actually make them more enthusiastic. You can radiate more zeal, more enthusiasm. And this is to have regard. Baba always talks about regard in the Brahmin family, regard for each one, regard for, everyone. This is regard. You go inside, you reflect, and only those who give such regard are the ones who have pure and positive thoughts for others. Yeah. When there is regard, then there is, positivity and purity, which means you are only seeing your people, you're only seeing the souls No, yeah, it is very, very beautiful to see everything that Baba says in Brahma Baba, that, role, and how in, two examples. One is during beggary part, where the all the people, all the 300 people, they were out of, imagine, just imagine that there are 300 people, there is no money whatsoever, there's nothing to eat, there's no pulses, nothing, and you never know what the next meal is. You never know. Yeah, just, everyone is um, doing their own effort and have left it to the film, they have left it to the drama. If it's in the drama, something will work out. If it's not, not a problem. Yeah, if it's not in the drama to eat today, feed the body, then that is the film. Yeah. So yeah, in that sort of scenario, there was one time lot of milk that was donated, and this one uh, brother, he was taking this big can of milk, and he spilled the milk, the entire can. And imagine everyone is at their own level of wakeful, stage, and he was obviously very in a lot of fear. Yeah, that he was very guilty and very, and others were, can have anger, others can have a blame, anger, and thrown towards, and Baba is seeing all of that in just few seconds. He can, feel what is happening. And Baba, very lovingly and very, in a very humorous, manner, in a Ramrik personality, he comes and says to the brother that, you are inaugurating Satyug, you are inaugurating the Satyugi, rivers of milk, and makes a joke about it, and lightens, it completely gives enthusiasm, zeal to that soul, completely takes that soul out of blame and pity and what have I done, and and because it's the role in the drama. The role in the drama is today, Neeraj will spill the can of milk. Role in the drama is Anita will get angry. This Sushma will shout at Neeraj. This is all a role. And souls, because they are attached to the film, they constantly project themselves on the screen and keep taking, all their emotions are based on that, film. That is one example. Um, Another example, yeah, which I have forgotten. I remembered it 1 minute ago, but now I've forgotten. It will come in some time. But just this example, it's really, amazing how an awakened soul, was sees things, you know, and they don't do it out of greatness, but that is very, uh, yeah, very nice to see, and also nice to have that practice, because any soul, when awake, behaves like that, sees like that, attitude is like that. So that is, you giving regard. Yeah, the another example, yeah, now I remember. Another example is of, again, same time, this beggary time. And it's and even this name, beggary part, Baba, how Baba said, Brahma Baba, he gave a name. This is a part, beggary part. All the characters in the film, all the roles will be sort of like beggars. Souls are so rich. Yeah, so scene by scene, they have named, Baba has, that shows the practice, the level of experience, the level of clarity, Baba had before becoming Avyakt finally. And so the other example is where there was very less, dal in their residence, and everyone was having lunch. Yeah, and at that time, Baba was, always Baba's maybe the role's personality was that when someone asks for a second serving of dal, you give them full serving and third serving and no questions about it, because the role had some, attributes, some personality. And so he's that was his, Brahma's personality. And so at that time, everyone had one serving of dal, and because the sisters who were cooking, they knew that you just have this much dal and you cannot, or maybe they were very careful with it. So someone went and said, I want another bowl, and they said that we only give one serving to each person, something like that. And so Baba went quiet, and he left. He left his meal. He finished his meal and he left, and he became silent for few hours. He was silent, and he took that as if it's this scene where that person was a bit sad, and the sisters were very angry. Don't you understand? Something like that. Don't you understand? This is get this one serving. We don't have money. This and that. Something, that sort of energy. And so Baba took it as it's my weakness. That something like this has happened. And so he went and reflected himself. My soul went into this cave of silence, not just physical silence, but an internal reflection that, why this, some, not why, but how can I change this? How can I transform it for all the souls? So, this study is of constant attention and actual implementation and creating experiences. We go beyond words. We go beyond just speaking and sharing. Yeah, we really take it in you. So, any final thoughts from anyone?
There's a question. That's related to, I think. Does it mean we are always in Paramdham and seeing a recorded film?
Again, to understand it as physical distance and locations, two locations, if I'm outside of the film, is like soul is not in the body, and outside and in a separate location. Outside, when we use the word outside, it's emotionally not attached. Yeah. So I don't want to go into much detail, but because there is no point. So when we use the word outside, so it's not something so straightforward. Outside means out of this, inside means this. That's not what it means. Outside means no attachments. Inside means involved, means a lot of attachment. So that is how we are using that language in this context. Any final thoughts?
Om Shanti Ji. Thanks for sharing such a beautiful experience. It will help a lot to understand so many things. Didi, I have a question. Uh, that a Mansa Seva we do for the souls, but a thought came that it's just a story, and everything is happening is just as a story is happening. So becoming the merciful and do the Mansa Seva. So, if it's just a pre-created plot, so what is the thing that we are, मतलब what exactly what exactly a methodology should be there for a Mansa Seva? Baba used to say, when you see the emergency or you see the tragedy, you should do, your work is to do the Mansa Seva for the souls.
Yeah. Yeah. The Mansa Seva has, it is not to do anything with the film, but the film is not seen as the film by my family, family of light, family of stars. So stars are not seeing the film as a film. So Mansa Seva means that a soul is seeing all the the entire family as completely safe, completely beyond harm, and you are putting your concentration, your attention, your power of you're showering light, towards your family and not what has happened in the film. So you are experiencing that everyone in this family is powerful. Everyone in this family, you're feeling it. You feel that no one is a victim. No, not a single soul, not a single angel is a victim. So they are all um, uh, powerful beings. They are as powerful as Baba. They are godlike, and that is doing Mansa Seva. So in each one's mind at that time, it gives them a break from ego, and because it is only because it is not because of the war or the scene that they are feeling sorrow. It is not because they are something has happened in the drama that they are sad. It's not that. It's because they are attached to the drama, because they think they are in the drama, and I am this is me who is dying, this is me who has got hurt. So that is the problem. And when you experience your family, when you see your family as they are, then it frees them from the enemy. And so no matter what has happened, souls feel a very silent and very natural peace, very silent contentment. They are feeling as if nothing has happened. And they may have just a glimpse of that. But that is so powerful. With ego is telling them everything has fallen apart, everything is gone, and life is over, and all that. And the soul is, seeing the family, experiencing the family, and all are experiencing Baba's company. You are experiencing that, then everyone can have glimpses of contentment. Yeah, everyone gets a glimpse of freedom. And they, even if it is for 1 second, 2 seconds, it's Mansa Seva. You didn't go and tell someone, it's a film going on, why are you worrying? No one has died, you are safe. You're not telling someone. You experience it. You make them experience it.
Right, Didi. I was also doing at yesterday evening. I was just creating a thought to the soul that you are all safe, you are secure. So I have a thought that is I'm doing right way of.
Yeah, thought, like an affirmation, and more importantly, experiencing. Really experiencing all are safe. Really experiencing no one has been harmed. Experiencing it. You say everyone, yeah.
Shanti Didi, like even I have a question related to this, like the seniors, like in BKs, they are like good Raj yogis, like they know everything, because we have seen many seniors who have left their body. So when they leave the body, we are asked to do Mansa Seva at that time also, like to give Sakash. Then what is the reason, like why we are asked to
do Mansa Seva because even they are in knowledge, they know everything, and they have reached very highest, in knowledge because we have seen so many seniors. They have left their body who are well known and they know knowledge very well. But still, when they leave the body, we are asked to stay like in silence for 1 hour, 2 days, or whatever it is, by the time the cremation and everything is done. So, what is the reason? In this, I don't have clarity on that. Can you please?
Sorry, what is the reason for what? This last line.
Like we are for example, when Dadi Ratan Mohini also left the body, like we were asked to stay in silence, do meditation, like whatever, like Sakash or Mansa Seva. Like we were asked in the centers also to do that.
Yeah,
So
same reason.
why is it so? Like
Yeah, same reason. It's a Mansa Seva. You make it real for the souls that this is a film going on and nothing in the film has any value. Same reason. Yeah. Every
same thing.
opportunity in the Brahmin family, because they have the knowledge, is taken to create a reminder for everyone that this is a drama and the soul is blissful and powerful. So Brahmins do it, uh, knowingly because they have the knowledge. That is why Baba says when something happens in the drama, you give sakash, you send light. So our whole study is about creating light for ourselves and creating getting others into, inviting others into that experience of light as well without saying anything. So one,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we take just 1 minute before Abhay speaks? Ajay was asking, has said something like, when we are not fully awake and half awakening, and drama is still real, but we are also doing the practice, and Ravan is still using the mind most of the time. That is it is part of the journey, but we have to create moments of complete separation from Ravan. It's not that I am awake now and then next second I I completely fall into the sleep, I mean the movie, and do something, that it's not like that, but it's a consistent progress, slow and steady, progress. So moments of using full concentration and moments of being free from Ravan. That has to be, yeah. So it's concentration, not maybe religiously, but more accurately, and full concentration, even if it is for a minute, even if it's for 2 minutes, but completely seeing the film and this world separate. This doesn't mean that if I am awake, then Ananya will become super sweet and she will become, something else. She can maybe, next minute she can make a mistake, but that is part of the film. It keeps happening. She can do something silly, something weird. So that is all in the film. Soul is experiencing, Ravan free moments and being free from Ravan. That is more important. We are not here to make the role divine and sweet and all of that at the level of role. That is not our mission. If it's there, it's good, but it's not. We are not here to divinize the film, but we are here to experience our own divine personality and be out of the film, which is be, detached from the film. Outside means not literal outside, but detached from the film.
Yeah, Shanti Didi.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you were explaining about the examples of the beggary part, I just want to add just one thing to that, as far as I heard that the concept of bhog also came after that beggary part. In Karachi, they didn't have much of this concept, and if we consciously do this practice that, daily, each time when I eat, when I drink, that what I'm getting right now is I asked Baba to feed me, and right now he's feeding me. So in that way, we cut the mediator in between, So I asked Baba to feed me, and he's feeding me now. So no mediator in between. So, that practice of attention daily, every time we do that, I think, is very empowering and makes the soul, fulfill its purpose of life. It accelerates the soul in achieving its purpose of life. Just wanted to share. Thank you.
Very nice. Let's create 1 minute of internal joy, internal freedom. Film can have any sort of scene, plot, twist. Soul is free from the film. Film is not the world of God's people. Shanti. Thank you.